I mean, the other sequence I love is the intercut between the wedding and the secret prison.
Here's Alice Brooks again.
I just think it's amazing storytelling. The two of them descending the staircase at the same time as Glinda thinks she's about to enter a certain future. Elphaba thinks she's about to join the wizard, and suddenly chaos ensues.
Yeah, it's so...
A new reality sets in. And we designed the shots specifically to like match, right? Like they're both walking down a narrow path. They're both walking down the set of staircases. We did matching shots on them.
John and I love cutting weddings, apparently.
Here's editor Myron Kirstein again.
Yeah, it was interesting because it was a real group effort. First of all, I want to sort of give credit to my good friend Tatiana Regal, who also came onto the film. That we had a lot of discussions about how do we give the wish fulfillment to Glinda, but also paint this darkness with the discovery of Elphaba. And we started cutting this every way possible as far as separate scenes. And they were great as separate scenes. They were amazing. But it did feel like there was something missing. And I think that also, I've been thinking about this a lot as well lately, that so much of the film, they're apart. And we yearn for them to be together more and more as the film goes on. And I think in the intercut, in a way, not only colors each of these scenes and makes it feel much more powerful as far as intercutting plot lines, but also they feel like they're experiencing it together in some ways.
Yeah, totally.
Even though neither one of them are in the room together. And I think that there's something really unique about that in this particular film, because it's about these two characters, so much of them being together, and then these really disparate things happening to them. You don't want it to feel like just a junkyard of bad VFX. So you're working tirelessly with your animators and artists to make this, how do we just crush Glinda and their hopes and dreams, and at the same time just feel Elphaba's betrayal, just that she fell for it. Even for a second after Wonderful, you're just like, oh my God,
how did I fall for it?
How do I fall for this, this con man?
I really love that scene. It's sort of I think the devastation that occurs when she realizes that this is what's going on after she's just agreed to join the wizard, and she's agreed that she thinks she's done something good by freeing the monkeys, and she thinks she's done something good by joining hands with the wizard and joining forces, and then discovers that actually she's been tricked again. But I don't think the heartbreak is just for her. I think it's the heartbreak of what she's seeing around her. Animals in captivity and being treated really terribly. And then the nail in the coffin is to see Dr. Dillamond. And it just is so heartbreaking. And I remember shooting that, and again, there's no one there. There's nothing there.
You're just walking down.
Yeah, you're walking down a mile where there are no animals, but you see the cage, and you have to imagine that these cages are full of beings and animals, and you get to the cage at the very end, and I don't know, it was just really sad to see. And I think that it's a peculiar thing to do, but I think I'd gotten so used to imagining and seeing that it was kind of easy to think about the relationship that she'd had with Dr. Dillamond from before, and what that was, and create that again in this moment as well.